I welcome you all to topic Decodified session of Analyst IAS. In this particular session, we will discuss about National Suicide Prevention Strategy. We will have this particular discussion in the following series. First, why in use, followed by provisions of the law, followed by prelims practice question, followed by mains practice question. But before we start our discussion, I want you all to be informed about interview simulation or mock interview program of Analyst IAS, which is very important for your interview preparation of UPSC 2022. So you can inquire about this on the given number, and you can also visit our official address, that is in Old Rajinder Nagar Market. So now let's move on toward our topic of discussion and see why it is in news. Recently, the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare announced a national suicide prevention strategy. So we will discuss in detail about this strategy, but before that we will first discuss what is suicide. Suicide is when a person harms themselves with the goal of ending their life and they die as a result. And a suicide attempt is when people harm themselves with the goal of ending their life but they do not die. Discussing further about the data of this particular suicide attempts, in India, more than 1 lakh lives are lost every year because of suicide. And it is the top killer in the age group of 15 to 29. In the past 3 years, the suicide rate has increased from 10.2 to 11.3 per 1 lakh population as the document record. And the most common reason for the suicide include family problems and illness, which account to 34 and 18% of all suicide related death. So it is a very major and serious problem in the prevailing time. Now we will discuss about this particular strategy. The newly launched National Suicide Prevention Strategy is the first of its kind in the country. The suicide prevention policy comes with the time-bound action plan and multi-sectoral collaboration to achieve reduction in the suicide mortality by 10% in 2030. So this is about this aim and target of this particular strategy. Now we will see what the strategy broadly seeks to achieve. The first objective is effective surveillance mechanism. It aims to establish an effective surveillance mechanism for suicide within the next 3 years. The next one is to establish psychiatric outpatient department that will provide suicide prevention service through the district mental health program in all the districts within the next 5 years, and to integrate a mental well-being curriculum in all the educational institutions within the next 8 years. The policy also emphasizes to develop a guideline for responsible media reporting of suicide and restricting the access to means to the suicide. The next important thing is community and societal support. The stress is on developing community resilience and societal support for the suicide prevention, and it is in line with the global strategy as the UN SDG 3.4 aims to reduce the premature mortality from the non-communicable diseases by 1/3 through the prevention, treatment and promotion of the mental health and well-being. One of the indicators for this is the suicide rate. While the strategy is in line with the WHO Southeast Asia region strategy for suicide prevention, it says it will remain true to India's culture and social milieu. So this is about this particular strategy. Now we will discuss about Government of India initiative. Government has already taken various initiatives. Now we will discuss about the same. The first one is the National Mental Health Program 1982. It aims to ensure the availability and accessibility of minimum mental health care for all in the foreseeable future, particularly to the most vulnerable and underprivileged section of the population. The next initiative is Mental Health Care Act 2017, decriminalizing suicide attempt. It was passed in 2017 and came into effect in May 2018, and it replaced the Mental Health Act of 1987. To the joy of most Indian medical practitioners and advocates of the mental health, the Act decriminalized suicide attempt in India. It also included WHO guidelines in the categorization of the mental illness. The most significant provision in the Act was Advance Directive, which allowed individuals with mental illness to decide the course of their treatment and also appoint someone to be their representative. It is also restricting the use of electroconvulsive therapy or ECT and banned its use on minors, finally introducing measures to tackle stigma in the Indian society. The next initiative is Manodarpan initiative. It is an initiative under the Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan as it aims to provide psychosocial support to students for their mental health and well-being. The next initiative is Kiran Helpline. The helpline is a giant step toward suicide prevention and it can help with the support and crisis management. The helpline aims to provide early screening, first aid, psychological support, distress management, mental well-being, and psychological crisis management and will be managed by the Department of Empowerment of Person with Disability. So these are various initiatives. Further issues in way ahead is focus are not up to the mark, as the recent NCRB report stated that 1.64 lakh people died by suicide in 2021, and this is 10% higher than the COVID death. Yet we have not made so much focus and efforts as we did on COVID protocol for the suicide prevention. And this particular strategy will work only with the collaborative effort of society, government and individual. So we need to come together to stop this particular problem in the society which is killing so many people. Now moving further toward our prelims practice question, the question says, according to NCRB data, which state registered the most number of suicide due to unemployment in 2019? Your options are A. Maharashtra, B. Karnataka, C. Tamil Nadu and D. Kerala. You have to pick up the correct statement and write it in comment box. I will answer this question in my next video. Discussing further towards our yesterday's prelims practice question, the correct answer is C, as to secure a fixed income for the company does not apply to the system of subsidiary alliance introduced by Lord Wellesley. So, moving further toward our mains practice question, the question says, what are the various objectives of NCRB? Discuss its role in keeping the Indian government accountable to its people. You have to answer this particular question in 250 words. Write your answer and send it to us on our WhatsApp number to get it reviewed. So this is all for today. Stay tuned with Analyst IAS to get further update. Thank you.